Howdy folks, Justin here. Today we are going to do a versus arena run. We're going to hop on here, see what we can do. We've been stockpiling gold for a while. Time to do something fun with it. We got Scout, Archer, and Crusader. Don't really like Crusader. Archer can do some interesting things, both aggressively and more controlling. But Scout is, of course, my favorite combination of colors. Don't really like it in Arena, but let's try something different. Let's see what happens with Scout in Arena. Okay. First pick, Murkwater Savage, Dunestalker, Venom Tongue. These are all reasonable cards. Venom Tongue on the surface looks the weakest, but I do love Lethal in Arena, especially since the problem I have with Venom Tongue in Constructed is that there are a couple ways to remove it that are really popular. You might not see that in Arena. I'm going to go ahead and take the Venom Tongue. Might not be the best pick, but I think it's the most fun. Dwarven Sphere is a solid one. Hist Speaker. Are we going to try to do the ramp thing? Reachman Shaman's pretty good, but I'm going to take Hist Speaker, see where we can go with this. Daring Cutpurse, of course, just too good to pass up. Spectre, really good. Swamp Leviathan, pretty dang good, especially if we manage to keep this ramp theme up. I'm going to take the Leviathan. Haunting Spirit, just a lot of value. Gloomwraith. Is this the Gloomwraith deck? I think it might be. Let's take the Gloomwraith. Have some fun here. Arrow to the Knee can be good, but I think we're more interested in the Invader. We'll take another Cutpurse over the other two very playable cards. Shadow Shift. Are we a Shadow Shift deck? Maybe. Deadly Draugr. Fantastic at all points in the game in Arena. Not an exciting top deck, but definitely a playable one. Lurking Mummy, a huge Prophecy pull if you can grab that. Shadow Shift is a lot of fun to play with. I think we're going to take Shadow Shift. Let's see here. We got somebody who rewards us for our 2 ramp cards. We got kind of a filler big guy, and we got Restless Templar. I kind of like Restless Templar. And Stalwart Ally. I think this is definitely looking like a Stalwart Ally deck. Do we want another Cutpurse or a Fighters Guild Recruit? I think we got to go with the Fighters Guild Recruit here. Kind of punished because, well, Fighters Guild Recruit's always good though. Dune Smuggler, love this card. Swamp Leviathan, beef up our top end. Another Stalwart Ally. Not Courier Mummy. Let's go with the Mummy. We have no 5-drops. We are kind of invested in getting a lot of these purple cards. Another Stalwart Ally. Okay, this is a tough one. Murkwater Witch is great. Territorial Viper, though, we're lacking, pretty seriously lacking for good removal, so we're going to take the Viper. Ooh. Damn. Iron Atronach, Ungulum the Listener, and Spider Daedra. Oh, this is tough. Spider Daedra's obviously pretty weak, but, you know, an insane top deck. On that note, Iron Atronach also an insane top deck. And how can you lose with an Iron Atronach if you manage to land it? Ungulum, though, is so good. This is going to be another controversial pick. Maybe we just lose 3 games in a row, but I'm going to take the Iron Atronach. I like Elite. I like Armorer. I'm going to take the Armorer. Yeah, I like that. Giant Bat, Imperial Armor, Enchanted Plate. I think Enchanted Plate is where we want to be. Reaper, great card. So we got some subpar removal spells and a functionally, potentially in a removal spell. We're going to take the Cliff Racer. We don't have a lot over there. Take the Reachman Shaman for some more early game. Crushing Blow is exactly where we want to be with removal. A 3rd ramp card. Potentially something we can trigger. Oh man, let's get greedy. We want to cast Iron Atronach. Enraged Mudcrab. Well, these are all pretty bad. I guess we're going to take the Knight. Last pick, another Venom Tongue, Blackworm Necromancer. This deck might struggle to stay ahead in life, so we're going to take the Venom Tongue. And let's make some Hist Grows happen. Alright, this is either going to be my most embarrassing arena run ever, or hopefully full of some great moments. And what do you know, some Argonians can give you more magicka and others get stronger when you have enough. Ain't that the truth? So this, oh, I didn't get a highlight over it yet, but the Iron Atronach, that is our goal. To play the Iron Atronach in versus Arena, rank 1. Playing against Archer. At least we have the Elixir. This is a nice curve, I like this. We will go ahead and just Elixir out the Fighters Guild recruit, with the understanding that we're probably going to smuggle it over to the appropriate lane. Greetings. So we're going to put it over there to encourage him to put his creatures into the lane that we can just attack into. And then we're going to smuggle our friend over. Okay, so that didn't happen. So we're just going to play Hist Grove. We're living the dream. Playing against... Thank you very much. Christian 5. Okay. Well, now I think we just... I mean, we can sphere it to save our elixir. I like that. Because this move suggests that he's got some shenanigans planned. Might have been right, actually, to play the sphere over there, but this way we can smuggle it over if we need to. Giant bat. Cool. Alright. Well, I think now we just lay down our lurking mummy. Or do we smuggler and cut purse? I kind of like that, actually. We're going to smuggler this guy over. Lay down the cut purse over here. Make that a reality. Not a lot in our hand. Opponent's got a lot more cards than us. That's great for our opponent, you know. That's great for our opponent. So we could be in some trouble here. I do like just laying down the mummy. We're going to break a rune. Hopefully don't get blown out by prophecy. This way, if you choose to swing into it, we can drop the Reaper to kill one of them at least. Oh no. Well, we'll still Reaper, but it's not going to be nearly as exciting, is it? Alright. Okay, that makes me a little sad. We could... Yeah. It's too bad that our smuggler died. We would have gotten a nice bonus for that. Yeah, we'll just Reaper down that that shenanigan-filled lane over there. Got our cut purse going. Our stalwart ally has a pretty good chance of hitting. Of triggering, that is. Now, if he wants to remove the Reaper, he can, but I feel like we did a Wrothgar Forge. Oh, no. We have no way to deal with that. That's not good for us. So... Spread it out a little bit. As expected, our ally triggered. Thanks again. Okay. Wrothgar Forge can make for some pretty insane plays, though. So let's see what's about to happen. Battle Rage Orc. Alright. That just happened, and a Territorial Viper. Okay, so we're in some trouble now. We're definitely in some trouble. We got an Enchanted Plate. We'll go ahead and drop that on him. Oh my god, there's our Iron Atronach. Yeah, I guess we'll drop that over there to contest that. We are still a couple turns away from landing our Atronach. And maybe, hopefully that's his only Territorial Viper, because that would be a sad way for our beast to go. Oh no, the synergy! Oh, we're getting blown out here by this forge. What you got? Crushing blow on that would be devastating. Is that what's about to happen to us? Or did we disconnect from the internet? He's just hovering. Oh, he's just a gentleman. And a witch. Wow. Just a catastrophe for us here. He is out of cards, so there is that. That's an interesting move. You know, what can we do? Except just keep playing along. So we want any creature that we can give a bonus to with our Haunting Spirit. Swamp Leviathan. That'll do. Oh, but Venom. Uh, you know what? We will let God decide. He is our enemy. Our opponent is a Christian, so we will leave that in his capable hands. And next turn we're gonna play Iron Atronach, which is about as much fun as a human being can have. And obviously, we're not playing him in that lane. Sorry, senor. What's that last card? Drop it. Put it into play. Make me feel comfortable about what's about to transpire. Oh man, more Venom Tongue action. Um, all right. Giant bat. Oh, come on now. No, not superb work. Bogus. Super bogus. What? What is happening? This is Hearthstone levels of unfun RNG. What you got, buddy? What is that last card? Yep. Alright, well, we're just going to throw down all our cards. Put a Venom Tongue in each lane. And hopefully our opponent feeds us some Swamp Leviathan fuel. There's his Ungolem. So he probably made the right choice. We tried. Now the equipment needs to give it guard. No, not card advantage. Guard advantage. Hmm. Well, that's sad. At least we'll be able to clear things out over there. Do we break a rune? Yeah. Oh no. If it's a creature, it's going to get Wrothgar forged. Come on now. Oh god. Well, we're losing both our Venom Tongues. Our dreams of triggering Hist Grove are long gone. I suppose we deserve this. Our deck was so fantastic, only a series of random events were going to keep us from being all that we could be. Alright. Yep. Yep. Putting that over there because eventually we're going to have to do something about what's happening here. Just keep on keeping on. Hopefully we don't trigger a prophecy. Okay. We don't really have a lot of reach. I mean, we have Territorial Viper for 4 magic, a 1/1 charge. But, yeah, there we go. That makes sense that he would get that now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Into a removal spell? Yep. Our opponent is making it happen, aren't they? And another Brotherhood Assassin. Okay. Well, a guard creature is actually not what we want. Um, what are you going to do? Sometimes this happens. Hail Satanery, I guess. I have no other explanation for this complete meltdown that our deck has had. Maybe I need to change my religion because Christianity seems to be working out pretty well for this guy. All three Ungolem. Right. God, this is awful. Oh, you're the saddest Gloomwraith I've ever seen. Well, I suppose we had this coming. There's our Territorial Viper. Son, there is no number of prophecy. Oh, I forgot about that. Is it a fine display? And the BM, I appreciate that because he worked hard for that win and he deserves to rub it in my face. All right, well, let's play another game. Let's actually play a game. Locating opponent. Vermina is the Daedric Prince of Dreams, Nightmares, and Evil Omens. Well, Vermina, you did not do a very good job of letting me know that this was about to happen to me. I really could have used a heads up, my friend. I'm going to have to reconsider my dedication to your way of life. S Foot Soldiers. Now, if these guys are as competent, we're going to keep Shadow Shift since we have the Fighters Guild recruit. If these Foot Soldiers are as competent as the ones that work for that Shredder guy, we might have better luck in this game. Playing against Sorcerer, so it could be a pretty grindy game. We might be the aggressor. High Rock Summoner, okay. Well, we will just throw down the Fighters Guild recruit. There's our Venom Tongue. We're going to hopefully see some Swamp Leviathan action this game. Okay. Um, we have some options here. I don't really see a need to play Enchanted Plate or Shadow Step quite yet. This lane's pretty well locked up. We might Shadow Step something over there to clear the 1-1 eventually, but... Okay. So we will lay down our Venom Tongue. Hope that he does not have a Lightning Bolt for it, but if he does, that's not the end of the world. Much worse would be something like Wardcrafter. I suppose he could even silence it. Then we'd have to Shadow Step our young recruit here over there to manage that situation, but we'd also be able to develop the Invader if our only other play next turn was recruit. Okay. Yep. Ooh. I like that. Yeah, there's the Wardcrafter. So, here's what I think the move is. I think the move is this guy is least valuable. Bruma Armorer is pretty interesting. We're going to Enchanted Plate on him. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. And do that. So we're going to lose our Venom Tongue, but it does clear away that creature as well. And next turn we can go Armor into Gloomwraith. It's not going to be particularly big, but we can do it. We could also do Armor into Invader, which would be pretty solid. Make that guy a real threat. Okay. Let's go ahead and push a little damage. Play the Armor. And I think the Invader is the right choice there. Next turn, giving us the opportunity to develop his speaker into Gloomwraith. Um, it looks alright. hmm And part of the reason we went face with our Pilfer guy, I mean, even though we didn't have to, it's a pretty aggressive Mummify. Giving us an empty board, I think, which... So, our choices then are his speaker, Cut Purse, Gloomwraith. This is actually still a purple creature, so this will come out as a 5/5. Yeah, you know what? That's just the play. Alright. So we're almost in top deck mode, although we do have an 8/8 in our hand. There's a Stalwart Ally. Okay. How many cards? 17 cards, one of which is an Iron Atronach. That was a nice interaction, alright? He knew one or the other was going to trigger, but he didn't play it, huh? Yeah. I tend to agree. So if we swing with that, it's done for, right? Because he's going to play... We're kind of pushing our luck there, but he's going to play Firebolt. We're just going to throw down the Leviathan. Try to end this game. No, no Iron Atronach, unfortunately, but it's all right. Our opponent's still alive. I mean, they got a bunch of cards in hand. I mean, what, 7 cards, right? 8 cards. Our Gloomwraith is probably dead. A guard to tie up our Leviathan would keep things interesting. What do we got? Preserver of the Root. Okay. And that will leave our Brutal Ashlander. Awful, awful card. Oh my god, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Don't concede. Wipe the board. It's cool. I just want to play Iron Atronach. You're gonna have to silence it, then mummify it to not die to it. Face, face, face. That's alright. Have a removal spell for the Leviathan. Please. I want to play Iron Atronach and kill someone with it in arena. Come on. Okay. There you go. Let's do this. We're not playing anything else, right? What stops us? Harpy? Better call Krang, Shredder, because it doesn't look like your soldiers are getting the job done today. Oh no. I was like, Megan, do it, mummify it. That was a pretty good game. All right, cool. Went to the aquarium today with my girlfriend. It was otter weekend, so we got to see some otters playing with a bucket of ice. That was very exciting. My girlfriend has started a website. She's an artist and takes photos, does paintings. Her website link is in the text summary of the video. So if you are interested in those things, go ahead and check that out. I highly recommend it. She's very talented. She does a lot of the work making sure these videos don't look like they were filmed with a camcorder in 1984. Not that there's anything wrong with 1984. I mean, there's something wrong with the world presented in the book, I suppose, but I should have chosen a different year. Stalwart Ally seems great. The other two, a little too circumstantial for the moment. Oh no, our opponent's gonna know exactly what's up. Alright, well, whatever, let's make this happen. We go his speaker into Venom Tone. Yeah. Wild Rain. Okay. So we'll probably just throw our his speaker at that thing, unless he has a removal spell, in which case we will have to throw down our stalwart ally over there, and he's going to get some triggers. He could have Crushing Blow, he could have Firebolt, he could have a guard creature, the 2/4 with Prophecy. He could have the 2/3 Kvatch Guard. There you go, Kvatch Soldier. That'll do. So he's going to get to hop onto the Value Town train, but our Venom Tongue can still deal with that. Now you have a Lightning Bolt, maybe? So the play is Ally next turn, almost certainly. Shrieking Harpy, that's bad for us. Alright, so our opponent is out-tempoing us something fierce. We might just have to Territorial Viper into that thing and then slam that into that. Ooh, I like Cliff Racer more, actually. Okay. Back on track. We got the Territorial Viper for a big creature. If he plays something like Golden Saint on his following turn, um, we have uh, an answer of dubious quality. Okay. Yep, that's the right move. That looks pretty good. But I'm going to do it like this, actually. I know I was just sort of assuming this would trigger, but the deck is mostly purple, and I feel pretty confident in that. Probably really not interested in giving us any value off our Venom Tongue, which is funny because, uh, you know, unless they're psychic, which maybe they are. Maybe I'm not giving my opponent enough credit. They don't know that we're trying desperately to trigger Histgrove, and to do so, we need to get a couple hits in with these. What? Why would you do that? I would love to eat these creatures. Alright, don't attack. Don't attack. Don't attack. Awesome. So we're going to get some insane Viper value here. Cool. So we just need to get one more Magicka boost with our Venom Tongue to make Histgrove a reality. Our opponent has to decide which lane full of lethal creatures they don't mind throwing something in. Of course, they could just Ice Storm or Firestorm, solve a lot of their problems, which would be pretty sad. We do have Swamp Leviathan as a follow-up. Ice Wraith. That's interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and break a rune. I think I just Armorer Templar. Kind of shore up the fact that our Templar has a pretty weak body. Now, I assume that our opponent throws his creature, his Ice Spike generator, into our ally, but maybe he lets us eat it with the Venom Tongue. That would be pretty cool for us. The reason we put everything over here is our opponent is going to be hard-pressed to want to put creatures into either lane. If he thinks he can take this lane over, then interesting. Interesting. Just resetting our Venom Tongue, huh? I was going to say we can Reaper the lane if he tries to empty it, but... So here's the thing. I am exceptionally greedy. One rune seems like enough. So instead of playing Reaper, I'm playing Venom Tongue. I'm playing Daring Cut Purse. And the mystery is gone. I'm going to show him the Histgrove, but no point really in holding it in our hand, and there could be circumstances since our hand is two 7 drops where in subsequent turns we need that extra magicka. So, all right, Wild Rain, are you a team player? Are you gonna let me make this happen? Ash Servant, probably on this, I assume. Okay, solid. All right, so we are doing it with the Venom Tongue. Okay, I mean we have 9 damage on board, 3 in hand, 4 in hand, but I'm a dreamer. All right, so what I'd like to see happen is I'd like our opponent to shackle all of our lanes, use Winter's Grasp, so that we make it one more turn past our next turn to summon our Swamp Leviathan army, or just throw a guard creature down in the shadow lane. That would also satisfy that desire of mine. Shocking Wamasu, sort of a rude shocking. Oh man, I'm gonna play Iron Atronach. I don't want him just to concede when I break the rune. I want to play this first. So okay, cool. Now you have to forgive me. I usually don't. I guess you could look at that as BMing, and I didn't even think about it. So Wild Rain, if you're watching this, I do apologize. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I really just wanted to play the Iron Atronach because, like I said when I was drafting the deck, I wanted to ramp into Iron Atronach, and we made that happen. So my apologies if you are watching. It's not my intention to be rude. All right, well that's 3 games with our Scout deck in versus Arena. Hope you enjoyed it. Been getting some great feedback from everybody lately about things you'd like to see in the future, so I will do my best to make that happen. I hope the season's going well for everybody. I actually just the last 24 hours have been on an insane losing streak. Like my last 10 games, I think I've won 2. I even broke out the Wisp Mother deck on the ladder because I was getting so fed up with my lack of success. Yeah, so that's part of the reason I hopped onto Arena too. I wanted to do something different. And I feel better now for it. So it's something you might want to keep in mind if you're ever getting fed up with the ladder. Hop into the arena because, first of all, a lot of the times your opponents are going to make you feel smart. Sometimes you're going to have games like that first one where I don't even know how to describe what happened there. I got plowed, destroyed, eviscerated by an opponent who's was rolling sixes all day. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will record some more of this arena run and post it over the next few days. Let me know if anything you'd like to see. And you know what? Actually, go ahead and in the comments let me know what classes you'd like to see me try in versus arena next. And I will, whichever one gets the most responses, I will hop onto versus arena with for our next versus arena run. If it's one of the options, but I promise I'll do it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.